Hi Scorpios, welcome to Birdie's Intuitive Tarot. I'm Birdie, formerly Bear Food Mama Intuitive Reading. Thanks for being here. Happy birthday to the October Scorpios I'm speaking to, and happy almost Halloween. The veil is thin, so you might be feeling particularly sensitive, maybe a lot of energy of entities or ancestors around. One thing I like to tell people is that if they're feeling particularly anxious towards the All Hallows and Samhain period, to if you don't already, have a picture of maybe your grandparents or someone who's passed or something that represents them, and just light a candle or some incense for them on a nightly basis to honor their presence and honor the awareness of them. All right. Let's see what we have in store for you. If you want to enter to win the free reading, I pick one a month. All you have to do is comment on this video, like the video, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you to all of those of you who already have. You can also book a personal reading with me on my Etsy. The link is in the description box below. That's it. All right, let's go. Spirit, please protect this reading. Send any negative energy back to sender, transmuted tenfold for the greatest good of all and harm to none. Archangel Michael, please bless this reading with clear, concise messages. And Mother Mary, please bring compassion through in all of my words. Kali, please cut ties to energies or entities no longer serving the highest good of this collective. Send those entities and energies on to the next greatest plane of existence to carry out their karma there. For the greatest good of all, amen, amen. So mote it be. Jai Ma Kali. All right, my loves, I did see the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. We have the King of Cups. You're showing up in your own reading right off the bat. Whatever you're dealing with, you feel fully in your element, emotionally stable, emotionally deep. You might actually, 212 on the timer, you might actually, oh my god, no way. And then death. You might actually be feeling like the transformation. You might be feeling some pressure from the transformation that you're going through. But I like to talk a little bit about the King of Cups, as he's been down to the deepest depths, and the pressure of deep water can be, it can crush a body, right? It can like really be intense. But he's gone all the way down to the deepest depths, and he's taking his time coming back up to the shallows. I'm hearing, oh, from the shallow now. What's that song? I'm on the deep end, watch as I dive in. I'll never reach the ground. It's like you keep rising and rising and rising. What is this transformation? You're being seen. You're stepping into the limelight energetically, like you are understanding where to put your energy. Like you might have been going through in the Nine of Pentacles. Wow. With stability, the Four of Pentacles, you might have been going through something where like energy vampires or people around you were sucking your energy, and you may have been experiencing like little, there's been this theme over the summer of like death by 1,000 needles for my Scorpios. Like altogether life is pretty good, like the macro picture of your life, right? But you may have just experienced like one little annoyance after another, after another, after another. And individually, those things don't seem like a big deal, but when they add up, it's like a huge weight, right? And so you've been under this huge weight, but it's pressurized you to the point of transformation. And it's actually, whatever you've been going through has done you a favor. Like I'm hearing pressure turns coal into diamonds, right? Over time. You've withstood the pressure over a long enough period of time that you're a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. You're being seen. You're in your financial stability. You're in your I do me mode, whatever that is. In the past, judgment. You may have gone through some legal stuff where a judgment was made. You may have also sort of stepped into a new life. The Hierophant, more legal stuff. So definitely confirmation for anybody who's been in the legal system. The legal system's broken. Like, we all know it's broken. 5 minutes even on the timer with the Hierophant and number 5. More confirmation. So you're sort of releasing maybe any disappointments, any expectations that things would go differently, and learning instead about how shifting your energy and your energetic focus, especially through your emotions, to stabilize your emotions, creates abundance and stability regardless of like these external pressures, or even maybe because of the external pressures, right? 7 of Swords underneath the Hierophant and Judgment. 8 of Swords reversed. Definitely if you have been in a court situation with somebody, or you're in a situation maybe at work, wherever there are contracts involved in your life, wherever there are like a need, like say you've been renting from a landlord, for instance, and you need to have things fixed at the apartment or the house, but the landlord is doing something underhanded. This is like the 7 of Swords, the Hierophant, Judgment, and the 8 of Swords reverse. This is like whatever you encountered, whoever you encountered in a position of authority projected some kind of inadequacy onto you, from whether it was a personal projection or whether it's something wrong with the system itself that is in place, creating these like contractual obligations. This is such an interesting reading. It's really different from my usual ones. Know that it's not you. It's not you. But you just keep doing, you keep doing you, boo. 10 of Swords reversed, especially if you're doing well despite any energies sent your way that were meant to off-put you, whether that's like flying monkeys, you know, like an energetic, I'm hearing the forces of evil sending things your way to like oppress you, or whether that is just, you know, some corrupt landlord or police officer or judge or whatever, just somebody who's human, who's been betrayed too many times and is projecting their misery onto you and wanting like not the best for you, right? Whatever circumstance that is for you, it's done you this huge favor. Yeah. Queen of Wands, like you just keep doing you, and as you do, you are leveling up. We're gonna get a little bit more into this. I'm really interested in this energy, but first I want to see the results. So okay, you just keep stabilizing, you keep glowing up, you keep being sane, putting your energy where you want it to go, you keep standing in your full-on Scorpio like emotional stability and transformation, especially through transformation. 4 of Cups reversed, the High Priestess reversed. Oh, interesting. The Queen of Pentacles, King of Swords. Okay, cool. 3 of Wands reversed. The Sun. Cool. There's definitely been like dark forces. I've definitely been having this like idea with the High Priestess here reversed. I'm having a hard time speaking for some reason today. And you may have had a hard time speaking up for yourself in the past. This High Priestess reverse is like dark magic. It's like, I'm getting this sense with the Hierophant here and the High Priestess reverse. I'm getting the sense that this dark magic is like what is the word that's trying to come through? Societal? I think societal. It's this undermining of the feminine. One thing that comes to mind, I met with a lawyer recently who said that basically the justice system doesn't consider energy, right? It doesn't consider what's good or bad, or right or wrong, or whether something is even morally okay. What it considers is facts. And without the facts, or it's so crazy to me to think about this too, because you can align facts in certain ways to make the fact actually mean the opposite of the context that it was portrayed in initially. Do you know what I mean? Like here's an example. God, this reading is convoluted, and I think whatever you've been going through, if it's contractual especially, has been convoluted. Like if you've taken your case to a judge, right, they're seeing these facts and then projecting from their own experience onto what the potential is for the story at hand, right? And they're not actually seeing the facts. They're seeing the facts plus their story, right? Energy is super important to consider a truth. If all you have are facts, and those facts are presented without the human context, what is the meaning there, right? Like, I don't know how to describe what's coming through here, but with the King of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Three of Wands reversed, what I do see is that despite this separation of the humanities from the contract that you were obligated under, whatever that is for you, whether it's an energetic contract with a friend, a boss, again, a landlord, likely somebody in authority, maybe somebody you were married to, the truth is being seen. The cords are being cut, and the Queen of Pentacles, you are being secured in abundance, especially in your feminine energy. With the Sun here, for the greatest good of all, this is a court case for custody, with the greatest good of all for your children. The Three of Wands reverse can indicate that what you have been waiting for is not coming into fruition, which is wonderful here, because it quite appears that what you've been waiting for is for the worst to happen. And with the Queen of Pentacles and the Sun, it's rather the opposite. It's the best. So interesting. So interesting. Four Wands. Wow. Stepping through the gateway. 1111. Definitely do some manifestation for the 1111 portal here. You have 4 here from stability. So now, wherever you're at in an abundant scene, full on in your energy, your season, place, set intentions for this 1111 portal to bring in abundance, to receive justice, to receive happiness. Here, this is interesting. To receive the best possible outcome, more than what you could even consider the best possible outcome to be. Whatever it is you're considering as the best possible outcome, 1333 on the timer, it's like triple that, quadruple that. The Page of Wands. Yeah, you have just this small smidgen of an idea of what this is. So what do you have to do? Here's the thing. I think you don't have to do anything. The feminine here is upside down because the feminine does or doesn't do, right? That's the masculine. So I think the feminine in whether that's your internal feminine energy, or whether that's like the idea of our humanity being oppressed by the exclusion of context in the presentation of facts. 1414 on the timer. The feminine receives. She doesn't do. She allows. She allows things to move through her. She allows herself to be in sensory presence. The Queen of Wands especially, she's sensual. She enjoys the small things. She has this sunflower and this cat, and she just enjoys them. That's what she loves. She's got the bear clasp around her white cloak. The white is truth. Yellow is the solar plexus and fire, right? She is informed by the truth of the bear, indicates the limbic system, or this sort of primal, like, instinctive drive. So that's what she's informed by, is this primal instinct that appreciates presence in the moment and sensuality. And so all you need to do is enjoy. Just open yourself to receive. And I think also overcome any mental blockages that may arise as a result of being in this feminine energy. The feminine in our world has been, well, the words for it are words I can't really say on YouTube. She's been ravaged is one way to put it. And the feminine can be equated with our earth as well, right? Ravaged. And so being vulnerable in your feminine energy can feel extremely anxiety inducing for those of you who have experienced that taking advantage of the feminine energy, which is all, you know, all of us, I think, men, women, they, them, whatever you identify as, we have these internal energies, and the feminine has been so undervalued historically, and I think that happened from a place of her being so highly valued, being able to carry life in the belly, or, you know, being able to, oh wow, the Emperor, being able to allow magic to flow through, the magic of the moon to flow through, being able to keep time with the cycles of menstruation with the moon, la la la, all that. I think the power of the feminine was such a threat that the idea, especially of facts, of science, of contractual obligations to societal norms, to the church, etc. This is all based on the masculine desire to control the wild feminine, the wildness of the divine feminine. You're somehow taking it back though with the Emperor here. You're, I think, stepping into your feminine energy with this radical acceptance of that vulnerability as basically a sense of your strength. You're like, well, I have the strength to step into this vulnerability, being in my divine feminine. I know I can handle it. Like, I know I can handle whatever comes my way. So I will open my heart. I will open myself to receive. I will allow things to move through me. I will allow abundance in. I will allow gifts. I will receive compliments. This is new for you. This is different, and it takes courage, and you're stepping into that courage and going, I will allow. Because there's always the chance when we receive energies from others, right, that they're tainted or poisoned or not what is going on with my voice? They aren't gifts offered from valor, but I think the Ten of Pentacles reverse, the Five of Pentacles reverse, Justice reverse. Somebody in your energy feels they're working with others. There might even be other people working with others who feel like because you walked away, or because you are in this energy, they basically feel like it's not fair. Like they're not enough. Like they'll never get their Ten of Pentacles. Like they have to work with others to like maybe gossip about you or talk behind your back or blah, 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 blah. So that maybe this is, I'm getting that's for like a few people. This is like a work situation. But so what do you do with this energy, right? Like, I think some of us have been experiencing our acceptance. Okay, our path of service. Let's talk about this acceptance. Because life is so unpredictable, it serves us to master the art of acceptance. Oh, wow. That's what this King of Cups and the Death card is. Like, you're accepting flow. Like, you're in flow state. You're just like, ah, it is what it is. Okay. Being accepting is a strength of intelligence which facilitates a calmer, clearer existence. It is a quiet consciousness of observation and preservation. When we accept life on life's terms, we take charge of our own destiny. Excuse me. I think that's why you maybe have experienced an injustice in the past. Is life on life's terms. Life isn't fair, but it does make us, right? It does make us step into our destiny. Oh, it literally says when we accept life on life's terms, we take charge of our own destiny. We masterfully source our higher wisdom and handle our challenges with a greater intelligence. This mindfulness disarms our adversity, anger, and anxiety. Our journey here becomes less stressful and more serene. As a result, our body resonates to a higher and happier frequency. This frequency allows our soul to remain peaceful. Therefore, our human spirit becomes energized, enthralled, and excited. That's what all of this is. Acceptance leads us to a rejection of what is not good in our life, which leads to an injection of what is very good for our life. Wow. So you're just finding this, like, sort of refined ability to navigate your energetic awareness. You're realizing that there are places in the world, dark places in the world, where the laws of energy seem to not apply, but in truth they do. When you approach a place where negative energies are seeming to drag you down or influence contracts with others, or where contracts with others are trying to keep you oppressed or suppressed, maintaining your calm through the acceptance of what is and allowing the higher self of you to move through into the present, to handle it. Having faith, that is faith. That is your faith. You're here, you're showing up, you're doing the thing. And it's not you, and you know that. It's not you, it's your higher self. You're channeling. We had a reading, I think, last week that was every action is a prayer. This is that deepening. This is you yoking the spirit to the body. This is beautiful. I hope that this helped. Please let me know in the comments below if this resonated. I thank you for your patience for the difficulties I was having speaking. It might be an indicator that it's important to think before you speak, to slow down, to let yourself slow down. And yeah, be present, breathe. Thank you so much, everybody. I will see you maybe Friday, but probably next week. Okay, bye. Happy Halloween.